Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new English lesson. Please get your reading writing workshop book ready and let's start. We are in Unit 2, and this unit talks about our community. First week or first lesson, we talked about jobs around town, and second week, we talked about buildings all around, and different materials to be used. Today, we're talking about the weekly concept. It's community in nature. So, animals at home. As you see, for this week, we'll be talking or reading about different places where animals live. We will share new words and we'll learn about animals and where they live. For this week, we're going to be using the word habitat and lots of new words that related to animals. So let's start. For essential question, where do animals live together? And we have animals at home. For this picture, we see penguin. You see the penguin living in very cold habitat or area, which is lots of snow. Let's listen to this video.
A community in nature. Where do animals live together? Animals live together in communities. Different kinds of animals need different environments to live. Penguins need a cold place, near a big body of water. Elephants also need water nearby, so they can drink and cool off. Elephants share the grasslands with many groups of animals. Camels and other animals live in hot deserts, where it is very dry and sandy. These animals must go without water for long periods of time. Schools of fish live together near this coral reef. Even deep in the ocean, animals live together in communities.
All right, so as we see here, for our penguin, they live near water and in a cold weather. We have also a the new words for this lesson. Habitat.
Habitat. A black bear's habitat is the forest.
All right, good. Next word.
Depend. Babies depend on their parents for food and shelter.
Depend. When you depend on something, you rely on it for the things you need.
Hibernate. The bears want to hibernate in a warm cave through the long winter.
So one more time, hibernate.
Hibernate. The bears want to hibernate in a warm cave through the long winter.
So like they sleep in the winter. Right?
Tranquil. The family spent a tranquil day by the lake. Tolerate. The hardy oak tree can tolerate the harsh winter. Eat. Chipmunks like to eat nuts. No. A snake has no legs. Of. The birds made a nest of twigs.
All right, I'm gonna play the words one more time. And the meaning and the examples as well. One more. All right, so let's start again.
Habitat. A black bear's habitat is the forest.
Okay, next word, depend.
Depend. Babies depend on their parents for food and shelter.
Depend. When you depend on something, you rely on it for the things you need.
Okay, next word.
Hibernate. The bears want to hibernate in a warm cave through the long winter. Tranquil. The family spent a tranquil day by the lake. Tolerate. The hardy oak tree can tolerate the harsh winter. Eat. Chipmunks like to eat nuts. No. A snake has no legs. Of. The birds made a nest of twigs.
Under. They dive down under the water.
Who? Who can see the bug?
All right. So the words that we need to know that we'll cover next lesson is going to be eat, know, of, under, and who. And the first words that we covered, the ordered vocabulary, I'm going to play them one more time because we only see them in this video. All right.
Habitat. A black bear's habitat is the forest.
All right. So habitat is the place where an animal lives in nature. So habitat is the place where animals live in nature. And for this example, we have a black bear habitat. The black bear's habitat is the forest. Okay, go for the next one.
Depend. Babies depend on their parents for food and shelter.
And we know depends mean you rely on someone or something.
Hibernate. The bears want to hibernate in a warm cave through the long winter.
Hibernate means you spend the winter sleeping in warm shelters, and that's usually for animals where they hibernate means you don't see them in the winter, they have enough food and they live in their shelters, sleep, and then when the weather changes, they come out again. So that's hibernate.
Tranquil. The family spent a tranquil day by the lake.
So tranquil means something calm and peaceful. So as you see the view, they are on a quiet place on a lake. So that's what we say, the family spent a tranquil day by the lake. That's this quiet and peaceful place, tranquil.
Tolerate. The hardy oak tree can tolerate the harsh winter.
Tolerate means like you can accept it, you put up with it. So, and it's usually the experience is not really pleasant, like, you know, like here the harsh weather, or for example, itchy claws, or the opposite, very hot weather. Okay. And then the words that we cover in our reading and writing book start from here. Eat.
Eat. Chipmunks like to eat nuts.
And as you see, We all need to eat to be able to stay alive.
No. A snake has no legs. Of. The birds made a nest of twigs.
As you see in the picture. And then we have
Under. They dive down under the water. Under. This is the word under. Say it with me. Under.
and then this is the last word.
Who? Who can see the bug?
And you see two boys playing, and they caught a bug and they put it in the jar. All right, so let's see read our story. Okay.
Babies in the Bayou by Jim Arnosky.
So this story, it's not in your book. It's only over here. So we're just gonna listen and have fun. So this is not in your book.
In the bayou, where hanging moss droops from the trees, and white birds wade in shallow water, an alligator floats near her babies, all sleeping on a log. There are babies in the bayou, with black and yellow tails, and smiling mouths with rows of sharp white teeth. Mother alligator guards her babies well. She lets no one come near.
Since we're talking about animals and their homes and place where they live, so this story is showing us different animals and what they do together, and they live together.
There are babies in the bayou, with rings around their tails. Each little face is masked in black. Their mother shows them how to dig for tasty turtle eggs. There are babies in the bayou, with shells upon their backs. And strong little legs to carry them. One after another, the tiny turtles plop into the water.
A bayou, it's like a part of that coming out of a lake or a river that have it has water and green around it.
Little ducklings in a row follow their mother through the maze of lily pads. She shepherds them away from danger. Away from hungry mouths with rows of sharp white teeth. There are babies in the bayou, with black and yellow tails.
All right, so that was our story. So again, for this week, we're talking about animals at home, and we talk about what kind of places do animals need to live, and different animals get different places. For example, the penguin live in a watery, icy place. The camels they live in a hot desert, and they don't need that much water. Some animals live in the forest, and some live under the water. Okay, so that was the theme and the topic for this lesson. Thank you. Bye-bye.